Hello. Today I want to talk all about energy healing. Right now I am cleansing the space with incense. Anything like incense, Palo Santo, sage really cleanses and clears the energy in the environment to create an optimal space for you to do any sort of energy work. So, what is energy work? First of all, I'm Megan Kieran. I'm an intuitive guide and energy healer. And let's start at the basics. Everything is energy. Everything around us is energy. Every single thing has an energetic vibration. Some things are denser than other things. So, the statue right here is a lot denser than the air in this room, right? But that statue and the air both have tiny, tiny little particles of energy. Everything has an energetic frequency and a vibration. So we are constantly inundated with information and affected by things around us, even if we don't realize it. And this is where energy healing really comes into play. Because think about how many things we go through in life. Think about how many people we're around. And most importantly, nowadays, think about how much you consume online, on your phones, on your computers, on your tablets. All of that is energy, energetic information entering into your system. And a lot of the times we're not conscious of what we're consuming. We do things on repeat, we do things by habit, we do things just to zone out sometimes. If we're watching a show, we just want to unwind after work. These things create energetic vibrations within our body. And eventually, if we're consuming or taking an energy that isn't necessarily at the highest frequency, and isn't always necessarily good, we begin to feel the effects within ourselves. We maybe become more agitated easier. We become anxious. We have depressive feelings. This is because whatever we go through in life, whatever we consume, is within us, especially if we're not conscious of it. If we're consciously consuming things, we know it's flowing through our system because we are aware that it's going through. And so what we do with energy healing is all of that information that gets stuck, that we haven't been aware of, that we've subconsciously been consuming and taking in, we open up. We allow the energy to flow and move. Now, honestly, before I became an energy healer, I had energy work done on myself. And that is what really broke me open into this world, because when I was brought into just a relaxed state and I had someone do energy on me from across the country, so this was distant energy healing, I felt the effects of the energy healing instantaneously. I could feel when it started, I could feel that flush of energy going from my crown chakra all the way down to my body, and it just felt like this really good, relaxed feeling. And afterwards, I just felt like more refreshed and aligned. And after I did a number of sessions, my entire life changed. I became a magnet to so many things in my life after that. I manifested my dream apartment after that. I manifested a move after that. I manifested my dream wedding with my partner. We got engaged finally. I manifested our dream house. And I then manifested our 2 kids. So if I hadn't been focused and aligned and clear, it may have taken me a lot longer to get where I am today. So energy healing is super powerful and super potent. The distance aspect of energy healing is something that blew my mind. So being able to heal someone from far away is incredible. I want to tell you a story of one of my clients. I began the session, and right before I began the session, I grabbed a crystal. I have a bunch of crystals, and I grabbed the crystal. I was just drawn to it for the session. I put it near the area where I was starting the Reiki on. I always use a surrogate, like a little teddy bear, to just channel the energy, and that, energy obviously goes to the person that I'm doing it to. But I grabbed an amethyst. And after I was done, I explained all the messages that came through. Now, I get a lot of messages during energy healing. So I start with the crown chakra, I go all the way down to the root chakra, and I channel this universal energy through people just to see exactly where it wants to go. And at the very end, I give messages. Sometimes images will come in my head. Sometimes I'll see guides that come in. And after I shared this, I mentioned the amethyst. And I was like, oh, I also grabbed an amethyst. This person visualized an amethyst in her heart, like spinning as I was doing the Reiki. So we are all connected, and distance also. That energy between distance is a lot shorter than we think. And we are a lot closer than we think to other people around the world. That's why we get so affected and impacted by social media, because we are all really so much closer than we think. So all this to say is energy healing changed my life. And I want you to be educated about what it is, because it's not just some woo-woo thing. Listen, I was in the corporate world for 10 years. I wasn't always in this spiritual space. But everything in my life led me to where I am now for a reason. And being around an environment that is so fast-paced, go, 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 no real attention to people's feelings is what really ends up affecting your body, your mind, your soul. And that's what was really draining me for a very long time. So when I got into this work and I started doing energy healing on myself after I got it done a bunch of times, my entire life changed. And I had a massive spiritual awakening. I started the Om Light, and here we are today. Right? And my purpose is to not only do energy healing sessions on people, but just to let you know that this isn't exclusive. Every single one of us are healers. Every single one of us can do things to heal ourselves just by our intention. So I hope this helps. I hope this just gives you a little bit more insight into what exactly energy healing is, because it is becoming more popular nowadays, and just having that little bit of knowledge of it will open a whole new life for you potentially if you go down this path. Again, I'm Megan Kieran. Hit me up if you're interested in a session. All my links are in my bio and in the description below. And I will see you next time. Namaste.